Welcome to Behind the Camera Podcast, a podcast for teens. I'm your host, Annie Flores.
I'm your co-host, Anissa.
And today we have our guest, Anali Saldivar. She's from PSJA Memorial. How are you, Anali?
I'm good.
So you just got done with a really busy cheer season, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what grade are you in?
I'm currently a junior at PSJA Memorial. I just transferred back in February.
Where were you before that?
I was at PSJA North.
Oh, okay.
And so now you went to PSJA Memorial.
Yes.
So, is it a huge difference?
Yes. I mean, like, for sure, like, the campus itself, because PSJA North was outdoor and PSJA Memorial is indoor.
Oh.
So it's like a big, like...
It's a difference
yes.
in the actual, like, environment of it.
Yes.
Okay, and so you're mainly, like, in cheer, right?
Yes.
So do you do anything besides cheer?
No.
Just cheer.
Cheer's my life.
Yeah, I know, because you do, like, school and then you do All-Star, right?
Yes.
How long have you been doing that for?
I started going to VCE back in 6th grade, but I didn't start All-Star till 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Had you cheered before that?
No.
When you went to VCE, what were you doing? Were you doing like...
I just
like
would
tumbling,
go for tumbling
like
classes. And then 8th grade, once we came back from like the pandemic and stuff, like...
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
She's a pandemic girl.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting that they were like little. I mean, you weren't little, but you were what in 7th grade?
I was in 6th grade when it happened. And then 7th grade, I was online school. Like, that's what my online year was.
So how was the tumbling classes during the pandemic? Were y'all still able to do stuff?
I stopped going like for like several months.
Mm-hmm.
Like when from COVID, like I think all the way to like December of like the end of the year. I think that's when I started going. But like we would have to like always wear masks, like, and it was hard because like you want to breathe and
dying.
tumbling and like with the mask, no, it was hard.
So then you joined All-Star with VCE at 8th grade.
Yes.
And you've been doing All-Star ever since.
Yes.
And then did you do cheer at Raiders?
Yes.
Okay. So you've been consistent with like the high school cheer and like the
I did cheer since like elementary.
Oh, okay. Then you know all the ins and outs.
Yes.
So the reason we really wanted you to come on the podcast is because y'all just got double crowned for cheer. So you got your NCA champs and then your summit.
You already have the ring.
Yes, I brought them.
Okay, we have to see them.
Okay.
We want to see.
Oh.
Okay, so this is the NCA one.
It just came in after like 13, 14 weeks.
Really?
Yes.
I have my summit one. I also won with
my
VCE.
This is so pretty.
I don't know where mine is.
That's not nice, Anissa.
Mine's somewhere.
Wow.
But I have the banner.
She has the banner.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, we wanted to bring you in because that's like such a huge like accomplishment. And it's like anybody who's been in the cheer world knows that that's just like, wow.
Yes.
Like that's like the cheerleader's dream, right? And then of course Daytona, like once you get into college, but wow. So are you still like on cloud 9 about it?
Yes, I am. Like I still like go back into like my photos and like scroll through all my videos and everything. Yes.
I like to like relive the moment.
Are you more prepared for next season? Or are you kind of just like, are you like, hungry for it again? Like
I'm hungry for it again, but it's definitely going to be difficult this year just because like some of our team is leaving because they're seniors.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be doing college and cheering college and stuff. So we're going to have to like, rebuild.
Well, you're going to be hungry for it. It's going to be like, we went back to back. We're going to have to do it again. Show everyone.
I know.
So I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. I also wanted to let them know that she's our senior rep.
Oh, yeah.
6.
She's one of our brand new senior reps for year 6. And so she's going to be with us for a whole year. But I had a question. So hold on. I need to fix this sound. You hear it?
I don't hear it. It's always like that.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's always like that. You just have your headphones up higher. Not literally, but like that. You're on.
But do I sound really echoey?
No, you sound
good.
Okay, so anyways. What was
Jinx, you me Coke. Cherry Coke.
So one of the things I wanted to talk about was like, I guess how you handle everything, because like school cheer in itself is a lot, especially with Memorial, because it's a super competitive cheer program. Like you all usually place like high up in UIL, which is really hard to do because the state of Texas is like ginormous and everybody goes. And so what do you think are some of the things that helps you to kind of deal with whatever comes with it?
One of our main things that we surround ourselves with is just like God. Like we're always doing prayer, no matter whether it's at like practice or backstage before we perform. Like we always make sure to do prayers and everything. And I think it helps us out a lot. Like it calms us down knowing that like God's with us. And
it calms the soul, and you know, it chills out the jitters of like, you know, like it's at the end of the day, it's muscle memory. You know, you're not going out there doing a routine that you've never done before. You know, you have the muscle memory, you know what you're doing. It's kind of just getting the jitters out of there. But that's the thing, like with high school cheer and all-star cheer, it's a totally different thing. It's high school, you know, most of the school you're with your teammates, doing, you know, sidelines, you know, you're practicing for UIL, compared to all-star where it's like you go out there with the blaring lights and you're like, oh my gosh
I'm like flipping and like it's just right in front of my face.
And that's what people don't know. Like they're just like, oh, like she does cheer, like, you know, and they don't really know what goes on.
And that's the thing. That's why we wanted you to come on here, because like for me, I've never been a cheerleader. I've only been a cheer mom, right? But like it's I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to have to practice or anything that you guys like physically, mentally, emotionally go through. So like, what do you think is something maybe that you wish people knew about cheer and what you guys like go through?
It takes a lot. Like you really have to become family with all of your teammates. Like it's not just about like, oh, this is just my teammate and like we're in this stunt together and like we just have to do our job. Like no, like we all, like I think the main reason like we really won this season is just because we all really connected more than ever than we have usually. And we were there for each other no matter what. We pushed each other to our limits and made sure that everybody like stayed in check. And, you know, we held each other accountable for everything. And yeah, like it's just a lot that goes into it.
Is there ever times where like you guys are not getting along or you're...
Yes.
Yeah.
And like we argue like brothers and sisters.
Fight
and
like sisters.
Yes.
And so how do you usually like overcome that?
Usually Coach Ruben does that for us. He's like, all right, you gotta calm down.
Yeah. He like intervenes to make sure you guys get back on track
before we like fight with each other.
Yeah.
Has it ever escalated to that? Like where you guys are like at each other's throats?
Nah, I mean, we've like yelled at each other and stuff, but like never to the point where it's like physical. But
or like really disrespectful or
nothing like that. But we do get at each other sometimes. But it's because it's just like so stressful, especially like, because like in the beginning of the season, like we don't have the team that we started with in the beginning of the season is not the team that we ended with at the end. Like we had to go through like different athletes and stuff and like people leaving and like, so it took a lot to like get this team together. And
because you were with McKenna, right? McKenna
Code Red, yes.
It's a level 4?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to be on a level 4, you have to have certain skills, and not everyone could just like try out and be on that team.
Yes, and we're like we had like athletes like leave like mid-season and stuff. We had like for NCA and Summit, we had an athlete leave like 2 weeks before the comp. So like we had to bring in a new athlete 2 weeks before NCA, and we had to bring in a new athlete 2 weeks before Summit.
Oh my goodness!
So it was like a lot.
Yeah. So what does that do to you mentally?
I mean, like, I think with NCA, like, it was just like, I don't know, it's just scary, like, because we were, like, ready, we were hungry, like, our practices were going good and everything, and then it's just, like, someone's leaving, and then it's just, like, well, what do we do now? Like,
you just
and we didn't even know, like, who to bring in, but we brought in a girl, and, I mean, she, like, picked it up so quick, and I had previously already known her, so, like, I knew that, like, she was gonna be perfectly fine with us, and... I mean, we went out and won, even though we only competed one day due to what happened on Saturday. But
speaking about that,
we want to hear about that.
Yeah,
because like, okay, so it was a huge thing on TikTok that day.
Yes.
Like that's where I saw almost 90% of everything that happened. Like I didn't really hear about it on the news. It wasn't broadcasted. Like it just was not out there. But like I saw TikTok videos where like people were like hysterical and like people were convinced that there was like some sort of shooting, but then the varsity people and the NCA were like, no, like there was no shooting. So like, tell us your experience. Like, we want to know like what you went through that day.
Yeah, like where were you? What were you doing?
I was barely like arriving to like the convention center. Some of my teammates they were already there, and like
that was me, sorry.
That's when like everything like happened, and like because our meet time was at like 1:30, I think, and that's when like everything happened. And so I was like barely arriving, and like even my best friend, she called me from inside, and she's like, Anali, like don't come, like there's like active shooters, like don't get in here, like they're on every corner, like do not come. I'm just like I'm already here. and she's like, well, turn around, and she's like, my Uber driver doesn't want me to, like my Uber driver is just like, you need to get out, I have another climbing to go to. I was just like, do you want me to die?
Your Uber like, driver's like, it's not my problem. Like, you just need to get off the car.
I just want my money. Like I was, and so like, I mean, we got off, but like the whole like convention center was just like barricaded with like police and everything. And like my friends, like they went into hiding inside the convention center. And like, I mean, all we could do is me and my dad, all we could just like walk and run out or whatever. And like, I mean, there was crowds just like running like everywhere. And like, we had to like go upstairs through bushes, through everything. Like, like everybody was like trying to help one another out. And like, it was just like crazy. Like, and then to see like everybody, and then like there's parents crying, there's kids crying, like parents that lost their kids that lost their parents. Like it was a lot. Like, and like even then it kind of still didn't click. Like I don't know, like you never think that you're gonna be in that type of situation, and then when you're in the situation, like you don't even know what to do. Like so just like
that's scary. And then like people, okay, so I saw some videos where like you could hear gunshots, like it sounded like gunshots, it sounded like there was a shooter. And then there was other videos where there was like actual bullets in the windows and like bullet holes. And so I'm like, okay, so what really happened? Did you hear any gunshots?
No.
You didn't hear any gunshots?
No, I didn't hear any gunshots.
Oh my God, that's scary though.
Well, because you got there like after.
You got there once everything was, the police were already there and everything.
Yes. Like I was getting right when everything was happening, and I was like, oh, okay.
So then, I'm sorry.
That day, like after everything happened, obviously y'all recouped, you found your teammates, you found your coaches.
Yes.
What did they tell your coaches? Like varsity themselves, NCA themselves? Did they just say like, hey guys, we're gonna
we all got like a notification, or like it was just going out that like the competition was canceled for like the rest of the day, like go home, like
And how did that make y'all's team feel? Because I mean, obviously you go in ready to compete.
I know, with the jitters and the adrenaline.
Have the jitters. You just chugged a coffee. You're like, oh man, like I have a cold coffee. In
I know. Like I had my poof. Like I was like, I knotted my hair for no reason now. And like I mean, our coaches just said like, be safe. Like just hug your kids. And like I even had like my coach, because like at that time, like I had already transferred to Wolverines. Like I had my coaches from Raiders, like they were texting me like, are you safe? Are you okay? Like what's going on? Like I had like family, friends like texting me, and I'm like, yes, I'm okay. Like I'm good.
It's scary.
Because it was super scary.
Yeah.
Even now they haven't even like said much about it. And that's what we were talking about. It's like
I honestly don't even know what the real reason was either.
And that's the thing. It's like, since varsity cheer is such a big money thing with, I mean, only varsity can provide, uniforms. Only varsity shop could be in there. That's so much money for them. And then NCA is a big thing. We have people from like Hawaii, everywhere going. So I just think it was them trying to save their butts, in my honest opinion, which is kind of sad because they're little girls. Like there was people that were there, like the teeny little babies, they're barely starting off, and now these kids are never going to do cheer again because they're like traumatized.
I know. Like I was seeing like little kids like crying and stuff, and I like felt so bad. Like I was just like, oh my gosh. Like
imagine that being your first experience. Oh my gosh, crazy. But
yeah, they're probably never going to want to do that again. But like, so then when you're going into like day 2, like, what was your all's mindset that day?
I mean, like, a lot of us, we were just, like, looking over our shoulder. Like, any little thing was, like, kind of, like, scary. And, like, our coaches, like, once, like, we had to separate from our parents and stuff, they made us get into groups of 3. And, like, they told us, like, if something happens, you run with that group of 3. Like, no matter where, you just run with them. And, like, so we were, like, prepared for, like, anything. And, like, but, of course, like, we couldn't, like, have that, like, let us, like, consume us, like, that thought. And so we just tried to, like, go on with the thing. And, like, yeah, like, I mean, we went into warm-ups, And like we were still, our warm-ups was not that good. Like we were not looking promising at all.
That's usually what happens though. When you win, the warm-ups are always like not bad. The best. Yes.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, my stunts fell, and then you go out there and hit 0, and it's like, oh, okay.
And like, oh my gosh, it was just like so scary. But like then we did like prayer outside or like behind the stage or whatever. And then like Alex, like instead of like, it was like a pep talk, but like he was like mad. And like even like the team that was behind us, like that was waiting for their time to go on stage too, like they thought like, or is he getting mad at them right now? Like like he was like going off on us, and I was like, all right. But like I kind of liked it. Like I was like, it got me like fired up, and I was like, all right.
Is that what he was trying to do? Like he was trying to like light a fire under you guys?
But like he was like, you gotta do this. I was like, okay, yeah, you got it. And I mean, we went out there and like it was one of our best performances we had ever done. We didn't hit 0. The co-ed did have like a bobble or something, but because it's the co-ed, it counted more towards our score.
Oh.
Yes. So like, I mean, but we all thought we hit a 0, but like, I mean, everything else was like perfect. And then, I mean, we didn't even think we were gonna win because when we found out our score like before like the awards or anything, and like we had a 94, and like for cheer, like that's kind of low, especially for like an NCA score. Like we're like, there's no way. There's no way.
Well, especially because like it was a 1-day competition, so like you didn't know your ranking. It's like when you do day 1, because at NCA day 1 you leave with a rank, right?
Yes.
Like you know what place you're in, and then day 2. So y'all didn't have that, so it was just like you're like 94. We must have gotten. We probably got like 7th place or something.
I know, like it was so scary. And then like, I mean, we were just trying to pass our time, but like half of our team had already left because
did they think that they didn't win because of the score?
I mean, like, it's because like my coaches left because like they had worked like the next morning, like they were gonna leave regardless. Whether like, but then like I think people saw them leave, and so some of our team like left with them, and they started going home. But like, I mean, I stayed, and like we stayed in the arena. I stayed in the arena with some of my friends, and like we were watching like the big teams like perform, and like we're watching like awards and stuff. And oh my gosh, so like we made our parents stay in the arena because we wanted to watch Revelations perform because it was supposed to be like their last performance ever. And like our awards was at 6:30 and they're performing at 6:45. So we were like, you know, like maybe we can get awards done with, and then we just like sprint to the arena. And so we made them stay there. And so like we're in awards, and
the
like
parents aren't even witnessing this.
Exactly. Like they did not witness it.
So you all really didn't think you were gonna win.
We really did not. And like, I mean, we didn't even get up on the stage till like 6:50, almost 7 o'clock. Like we had to watch Revelations like on our phone and stuff. Like we were just there like with our phone up in the air. And like, so we go on stage, and like, well, with NCA, they tell you their score before they announce the rank, and they're like, it was only 5 of us. So they're like, with 5th place with like a 93 point, and like, you like, in my video, I'm like, oh, so not us. And like, and then they're like, okay, 4th place with a 93, and I was just like, okay, not us again. I was just like, and then like my friend she's like, Ali, hey, we medaled. And I was just like, yeah. And I was like, wait, winner's circle, you have to do winner's circle. And then that's when like it started getting really close. Like third place had a 94 point something. And like we thought we were gonna be 3rd place at least. And then they're like, and so it was another team, and then we were like, oh my gosh. And then like our friends were like, stay humble, guys, stay humble. Like, you know, like if we win. If we don't, like just stay humble, be proud of yourselves, whatever. And then they're like, and then they paused for like a while, and they're like, your 1st and 2nd are separated by 1/100th of a point or something like that. I was like,
my goodness.
I was like, we're that 2nd place. And then like, they're like, your silver medal is like with a 94.6667 house. And like, we heard house, and like, we're supposed to stay on the floor for, if you're like, after we did not stay on the floor.
They're like,
like, we did not let 2nd place have their moment. Like everybody just like sprung up, and like, oh my gosh, I think it was the most happiest moment of our life, because like we were losing like all season, and then all of a sudden like we're national champs like for NCA. And like, oh my gosh, it was just like such a crazy feeling. Like I did not expect it at all. Like,
I know. And so like, talk to us about when you come in second on a like, have you ever come in second on such a close score? No,
like it was,
I mean, I feel like that would be so hard.
I know, like, our coaches were even saying like doesn't like they were kind of like mad about it, but I mean like a win's a win.
Yeah.
But like you never want to like win like that close. Like we literally won probably by like like thank God somebody pointed their toes or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what that 100th was, but
expression. Someone smiled.
I know someone smiled. Thank God somebody smiled.
Oh my goodness. And so so then you all ended up winning NCA,
Yes.
right? And so had you all already qualified for Summit before that?
Yes, well, we had I don't even know what type of bid we had. I think we had like a smaller wild card or something like that. But then with the NCA win, we got a at-large bid. So
So then you all ended up at Summit. So tell us the difference between NCA and Summit for the people that don't really know about cheer.
NCA, I would say like the most difference is like, because NCA is a 2-day competition, but your score from day 1 drags on with you to day 2. So day 1 is 25% of your overall score and day 2, 75. With Summit, well, so with NCA, you have a guarantee like day 2. Summit, you don't. So Summit, you have to perform day 1. And then if you make it a finals, you perform the next day. If you don't make it a finals, then that's it. That's the end of your season. And with Summit, like both days, like your score doesn't matter. Like day 1 is one set of your score, and like but the placement doesn't matter. Like day 2 is like a brand new day, and like
so day
and you
one
start
is
back from zero.
day 1 is only to make it to finals.
Yes, and then day 2 is like a brand new day. Like no matter what happened yesterday, like nothing counts against you for day 2.
And so can anybody perform at Summit?
I don't think no. I think you have to be invited, like with any type of bid.
So you have to have a certain performance like during the season.
Yes.
Go to certain competitions.
Yes, go to certain competitions and get bids.
So how do you, I guess, do you think there's like certain pressures that you feel like once you get to that level, like let's say Summit, do you feel like certain pressures to perform?
Last year was my first time like ever performing at Summit, and it definitely was like a different feeling. And then they were telling us like you can't even do handshakes on stage and like you just have to sit and like be ready. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, and but like I think last year that was since it was my first like time, like it was more scarier. But this time I think I was like more ready.
Like you already knew what to expect.
Yes.
And so like, have you ever gone to like NCA or Summit where like you make a mistake or you don't hit?
Summit.
Summit. For Summit.
Oh my gosh. Like, I almost sold like for day 1. Like, well, actually I did so, but like, I mean, thank God we made it to finals, but I have never like dropped my stunt during the season. And the one time that we performed at Summit, I ended up dropping my stunt, and it was like my fault because I regripped, but I mean, my back spot also regripped at the same time on the same foot. And like, since we've like never dropped, it's something that like I never expected it to happen. And when her foot like, or my flyer's foot kind of like went inwards. Ooh, did it come? Okay. Like when it went inwards, like all her weight kind of like came down on me. And it's something that I could have prevented it, but because I wasn't thinking about it, like we just ended up going down to the elevator.
Like you weren't ready for it.
Yes,
you weren't thinking
not ready.
that would happen.
And nobody was ready for it. Like in the stunt too, we were like, are we seriously like in an elevator right now? Like,
You're all push up.
I know. And then because we didn't end up doing our double down, like the rest of everybody's double down, like even if everybody did it, like it did not count. So we lost like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we lost a good amount of points because of that. And like, it was just scary. And like, when the rest of the routine, like it was perfectly good. Like we were all like amazing. And like, oh my gosh, I came out of stage and I wanted to like cry. That had like never happened to me, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
and, like,
how is that? Because like mentally, I know it's draining, you know, because you come off disappointed in yourself, you know, because you know that y'all could do it.
Yes.
And then you're kind of just like scared, like, oh my gosh, what is my coach gonna say? Obviously your mom's not gonna say anything, but like, you know, you just feel like you disappointed everyone. And does that have a mental effect on you dealing with your teammates? Like, oh my gosh, are they gonna chew me out? Or my coach? Oh my gosh,
I knew that they were gonna chew me out.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, we went back like. My best friends didn't even want to like talk to me. Like I didn't even try talking to them. And like
you're just
and then
quiet in the corner.
Yes, and then I felt so bad because like everybody was like basically like saying their goodbyes, like or like taking pictures, like we weren't even gonna see each other like tomorrow. Like we were already like accepting the fact that we weren't gonna make it to finals tomorrow, or like the next day. And like it was just like scary, and I mean, pues I was just like I couldn't even take my pictures correctly. Like I was there at the Globe, and I was just like having a fake smile on my face. Like I was just like, but at least I need to like take a picture. But like I really don't want to take a picture.
I could never tell though. I mean, like you looked happy.
Oh, thanks. And I know, it was so
still
scary.
smiling with that one little tear.
I know, like I was like, I wanted to cry so bad. And then like afterwards, like we went to go eat, and like we were at the restaurant, and like our awards were like at 5:30, or like the announcements to like see who makes it to finals. And like we were there, like, well, we weren't even eating yet, like our food hadn't even came. And my friend Andrea, like her mom, like she started putting it on Varsity TV. And then like the thing was going perfectly fine, and then once they started like announcing, like her phone lost connection, and we were like, oh my gosh, like like how are we gonna like know? And then like our group, the parent group chat started like blowing up, and they're like, let's go. And then like my friend Giselle's mom, she's like, let's go could mean like let's go home. Like
it could go either way.
It could go either way. And then like finally somebody said like, we made it to finals, and like, oh my gosh, in that moment like I just like cried, like all my tears just like came out of my like I was crying so bad. And then like, so
what were you feeling?
Oh, I just felt like the weight of the world just like fell off my shoulders.
Like relief.
I was so relieved. I was like, oh my gosh, I did not. So I like, thank God.
What do you think? How do you think you would have felt if they hadn't have made finals? If y'all hadn't?
I would have felt so bad, and that's because like we were staying in an Airbnb with 27 people.
Oh my God.
Yes, and like some of my athletes, like friends, like they were there in that house, so like I knew that they were, and like they were seniors, and so like I would have felt so bad because I mean like that's their last year, and like it would have been my fault. Like I mean I still have another year, but they don't, and so like I think that's what I felt more like bad about. Like I ruined it for like all these seniors, and like I mean I love them like with my whole entire heart. So.
Do you think that like you ever tie your self-worth to how you perform? Like do you base your worth on how well you do in cheerleading, or are you good at kind of keeping it separate?
I think I'm good at keeping it separate. I think like,
do you think some cheerleaders do that though, where they like kind of put their self-worth on how they perform?
Probably. I mean, like everybody's different. Like everybody, yeah, all the athletes are different. No one's really the same, but we all just try to like come together and like
not take it so like. But I mean, that has to be hard though.
Yeah. Yes, it was really hard. But like my friend Brianna's like, okay, I guess we won't drown you in the pool now.
Because like just when you think about like the financial investment that goes into something like that, like all the money your parents spend, like not just on the trip to Disney and all that, but like your uniforms, your practices, all the training, like all that stuff, even the little tiny things here and there that y'all have to like. I think that's what I would think about. I'd be like, oh my God, like I just wasted my parents' money. Or I don't know.
We wasted a trip to Florida. Like we're here in Florida for nothing now. Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah. But so like we waited till the next day, and like, oh my gosh, like we were all so happy. But like that night, like even though like our meet time for the next day was supposed to be at like, I think it was like 9 or 8 in the morning. And so we all knew that we had to like be up early, and well, like the night before, like we stayed up like late, and so like maybe that's what like affected us the next day or affected me. But like that night, we did stay up still kind of late. We stayed up till like 1 in the morning, but like we watched our routine like 50 times and went over the score sheet and everything to like, we were like depicting like everything, like we need to fix this, we need to fix this, like this needs to be better, like we can't have this and this happen, like and like we were like doing everything to make sure that like we were gonna win the next day. And like I went to sleep like pretty early. Like everybody else was still stayed up, I don't know to what time, but I went to sleep like once it was 1, I was like, okay, I need to go to sleep, like I can't be the reason again.
No, that's like a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure.
And then so for the next day, I'm assuming y'all just killed it.
Yes, like, and nobody's, cause like, so we were in warm-ups and like, well, first we practiced outside and it was like good, and like for like that day, like it wasn't like as hot it was yesterday, like we weren't like melting in our uniform, so like it felt like really nice. And then we went to warm-ups, we said bye to our parents, and then like we're there and our warm-ups is going like pretty good, and then like Alex tells us that like Ruben's not gonna be able to like watch us or like be with us backstage because like he didn't have like his like coach athletic band or something,
and so Ruben's your coach, right?
Yes,
Ruben's one of the coaches,
and he like, so they kicked him out. And so like, but like Brianna, my best friend, she has like this like gorilla, and like I think before like Alex had announced that she like had threw it to him, because like he always has to hold it like before like the performance, and he like threw it back to her, and she's just like why'd you do that? And then like I think Ruben, when he saw like all our faces just like drop, yes, like he ran, like, and that's because like we performed in the main arena, and the main arena to like the entrance is like a long like walk or whatever. And so when he saw our face, like he ran both ways, that way and back. He ran like a mile, and like he came back into like warm-ups, and like it like hyped us up so like much, like
because he went to go get his little bag.
Yes, and like he made it, and like that's because Alex was saying like he wasn't gonna make it, and so like I think him coming back, like it like brought that energy back. Like we felt like, so good, and
he
then
pushed
like,
for you also, you're gonna push for him.
Yes, exactly. And like we continued with our warm-up, and our warm-up went amazing after that. And then we went backstage, we did our prayer, we talked to each other. I went to each and every single one of the athletes. I like hugged them, I said good luck, like give them a little talk, everything. Went to my coach Alex. I always have to give Alex a hug, and I always have to do my handshake with Ruben.
So there's like little rituals that have to happen.
Like I was even scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to do my handshake with Ruben. Like this is not going to be okay. Like,
oh my god,
like I need to do it. And so like just being able to do it with him, like it like calmed me down. Being able to like talk to my best friends, like talking before like we went on, like it was amazing.
Do you think it affects you guys when you don't get to do your little rituals? Yes. When like somebody doesn't do something?
Like we always have to do it. Even in practice, like we all have our certain things that we need to do like before like we go. And whether it's in practice at the gym or on stage, like we have to like do everything the same.
The superstitions.
Yes.
I feel like that's the biggest thing in cheer. I mean, maybe in other sports too, right? Like volleyball players, you need to wear the certain knee pad that like smells, that never gets washed, right? Or like football players, the same thing. Like they just want to wear the same things because it brings them good luck. But do you think if you don't do it, it just like gets in your head, or it's just like a luck type of thing?
You're like, now we're gonna mess up.
Yes, it like does get into my head. Like I need to do the same things over again. Like especially because like it works. Like for me, it works. So like
to feel like that like safety.
Yes.
So like, what do you think is one of the things that people misunderstand about being a cheerleader in like the all-star world?
That like, I mean, I know the biggest one is like, well, like cheerleading is not a sport and stuff like that. But like, it really is. Like, it takes a lot to like be in that sport. It's not
physically,
easy. Physically, and mentally too. It's a lot, and you know, you just need to prepare. It's a lot of preparing, and you know, just like endurance and everything. You need to learn how to like even breathe in the routine. Like it's hard to like, especially when you go from one section to another section to another section, like you need to learn where to breathe in your routine, because there's some places where I'm literally like holding my breath, like, and then I'm like, okay, I can breathe here. Like,
oh my goodness.
Even in high school cheer too, it's like you're doing as much as the football players. Like, you're cheering at the football game, but it's like little do they know you're doing the entrance where you're like tumbling in the heat, the sun's blaring, and Texas heat is like no joke. With the liner and everything,
on the humidity too.
Yes. Oh my god.
You can't even breathe with the humidity.
There's times where she's there taking pictures and she's like, I'm dying, and I'm like, imagine in high school I was always dying. We had this one game in Harlingen. It was like 2 p.m. and we were all like passing out.
Yes. No, people were really passing out.
Yeah. We were eating, we were like shoving pickles in like everyone's mouth, like, eat this. So it's like people don't understand what, like, they're like, oh, she's just cheering on the sidelines. Like, no, it takes a lot. And I'm sure you know with all this.
Yes.
And I feel like now so much goes on, like in the newer like high school traditions. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head.
What's the difference for you between, or can you tell people what the difference is between like high school cheer and all-star cheer? Like what do you think sets them apart?
Well, I think high school cheer, like I understand why people say that cheer is not a sport due to like high school. Like I mean, it is just cheering on the sidelines. You do just like talk with, you know, your mouth, you know, you're just yelling words. But all-star, it's like the completely like opposite. Like you don't say any words at all. If you're saying words, it's because you're trying to hype up your teammate or something to like, you know, for them to like do their stuff. But it's just like a lot. I mean, you go from a section to another section to another section. You have the intro, the jumps, the baskets, stunts, pyramid, tumbling, running tumbling, sign tumbling. Like, it's a lot. And
so do you think like the high school cheer is like more simple?
Yes, I do think so. I mean, unless like, I mean, UIO does get hard and like competitive, but like, I mean, just like cheering on the sidelines, it's not like.
Are you nervous to go to cheer at Wolverines? Because Alex and Betty are very intense.
Nah, I'm used to them all the time.
You're with them all the time.
I'm with them all the time. Yeah, I'm used to them. But I think for new people, it might be a little scary. But for me, I'm used to it.
Yeah. Do you like having them as your coaches?
Yes, I love them.
Yeah.
I will never trade them for the world.
Like, I feel like just from watching them from far away, because I've worked with them like in different capacities. Like she cheered with them for like a little tiny bit, and then like I've taken pictures for them and things like that, and I kind of just observe them from afar. But I feel like compared to what I see with other cheer coaches, I feel like they're just so like uplifting and like motivational and positive. Like, I know they probably have their moments where they're kind of like stressed too or whatever, but like I can never see that. I always see like they're really good coaches. They seem like in the sense of like making, like taking care of you guys.
Yes, they're very caring towards us. Like, they're always there for us, even at school. Like, I mean, he's always there, especially Alex. Like, Alex is 100% always there for us. Like, if we need to ever go to his room, like, his doors are always open for us. He never kicks us out or anything like that. And like, there are times that they do get mad at us. And it is scary sometimes when they do. But I mean, it's like when we deserve it. Like, because like our team, like either like we were having a bad practice day or something. And, you know, like we do get it sometimes. And like, we know it's bad when like Ruben starts to yell at us. Like, or like, okay, yeah, we really do suck today. Like, but I mean,
I guess it happens, right? Like, you can't be
not
perfect all the time.
Yes. But it's those moments that like, you know, get our team to where we are today. And yeah, it all just works out.
What do you think is something that you would want to see change in the area of like competitive cheerleading? Like, would you change anything about the actual sport?
Like, whether it's how they go about warm-ups
or like scoring restrictions or anything like that.
I don't think so. Never had a problem with cheer, like being there or anything. I like the warm-ups. I kind of like how it goes like quick, because like, I don't know, just like I like being on a rush. Like, I think I do better like under pressure.
Yeah. Like, one mat, next mat, go.
Yes.
Have you ever had a situation where like you feel like y'all were scored unfairly or y'all were like robbed of anything?
I don't think so. No. Honestly. Because I mean, it always made sense.
You're
you
like,
look
okay.
at the score sheet, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I just see like so many, or maybe because I just follow so many like, what do you call it? Like so many like dramatic people on TikTok. Like I follow a bunch of like cheer coaches and like stuff like that. And they're always just talking about like how unfair it could be and how some teams have advantages over other teams just because they're well known, like things like that.
That could be with like the bigger gyms.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because
like,
because that's like California All Stars and like all those.
And then they also hit zero. Like at Summit, that was our first time ever hitting zero with our routine. Like,
really?
Like actually like being in the score sheet, like, yeah, you hit zero. Like,
oh wow.
Like, and like I've never won a competition up until like NCA Summit. I've never won. Really? But like I've always
because you had told me before, you're like you had been with them how many years? Like 2 or 3 years?
Yeah,
right?
like 3.
And like, you're like, I always win.
Lost. Yes, but like it always made sense why we lost. Like it was always like a stunt fault. Like
there was a reason. There was always a reason.
There was always a reason. So I never like complained like, oh, like we should have won.
It's like unfair.
Like you never lost with like hitting a 0. Like you hit a 0 and you still lost.
No, like there was always a reason why we did like get second or third or something.
Yeah, because I would imagine with like the bigger cheer gyms, like they're all hitting 0.
Yes, so that's where it gets more competitive.
Yeah,
and controversial.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Like, oh, that coach is friends with this coach.
I don't know.
You know, like that's where, or with the judges. Sorry, like they're more involved.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just all very like.
Yeah.
I think we should join a large team and test it out.
They should have adult cheer.
I'm gonna move to Dallas and join
CA.
Yeah.
And so let me see. So for your senior year, are you going to continue with both high school cheer and?
Yes.
So it was your NCA and Summit win. That was a pretty big deal, right? I saw you guys were even interviewed by like the news and stuff.
Yes.
So like, what does it mean to be double crowned? Like, how hard is it to do that?
I mean, like VC hasn't done that since 2017. But they told us that every time like a team has won Summit, they've also won NCA. So like they've been double crown champs several times, but that last time was back in 2017. So what, like 8 years?
Yeah. It's been a long time.
It has.
That was when I was.
Yeah, that's when you were there.
That was 2017.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was just Summit, not NCA.
Oh.
Yeah, because she came in as a replacement. Because somebody
2 weeks, the same scenario,
the same scenario.
2 weeks before.
Yeah, they brought her in to replace someone that had like left at the last minute or something. And so, what are your expectations for next year now that you're going to have new team members?
Right now we're still going through like the evaluation like process and stuff, and seeing like who's gonna be on the team for next year, who's not. And like, I mean, a lot's gonna go into it. It really is gonna be a new team. There's a lot of new faces this year.
Do you know any of them?
The new faces, no. So I know it's gonna be hard for the team to like having it
like a bond.
Yes, create that bond again.
Do y'all do stuff to like bond together? Like, do y'all do like team hangouts or things like that?
No, we don't. We got close on our own.
So y'all literally bond through like practicing and like your actual season.
Like, I think like the most we do like is just like, in June we're gonna go to the beach, but like it's mainly gonna be us, and like I think some of the new members might go, like just to like a little team hangout. But like I think that's like the most we do. Yeah. Like, and after that, it's just like it's on us. Like
practice, Well, because practice is almost every day. So
how much do you practice?
We don't really start practicing like fully like till like competition season starts, which is like September, October-ish. Like right now, we're just having one practice a week.
So like, how much were you practicing like between NCA and Summit?
I think like the whole week. Like, or like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We used to practice. I don't think we were practicing Sunday for NCA, but we did practice like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then...
And how long are your practices?
They're just like... They're like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. That's a lot of practice for 1 week.
Yes.
And then like, how does that play into your other responsibilities? Like with being a student or,
it's hard. I mean, like, especially me, like I have a hard time like time managing myself. So like, I was like falling behind on like work and stuff. But I mean, like I got it done. Like I passed my college classes and stuff. So like, that's all I care.
Yeah, no, you're taking college too. Yes. That's hard with like that level of practicing. Like you're talking like 8 to 10 hours a week of practicing, and then like you still have to do all your other stuff.
Like even there at Florida, like we were all there in the dining table, like trying to do our work and stuff.
My gosh.
Like we're all helping each other out, and that like our house is like was like a mansion, and it had no Wi-Fi.
What?
It's like we were like, bro, like how can you have like a 10-bedroom house and like not have Wi-Fi? And so we had to like, some of us had to like be out in the pool because that's the only place we could like have connection and stuff.
Oh my god!
Like we couldn't even like be inside the house. Like it was so bad.
Yeah. So you kind of have to like bring your work with you
and find a way
to do it.
Especially because like Summit is like when finals is like, it's like literally like I came back from Summit and I had like 4 final tests. Like I was like, can I just go home?
Yeah.
Can it be summer already?
No, I just won. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I know. I just became a champion. Like, why are you giving me work?
I don't have time for this. Sorry.
I know, that's so funny. So like y'all had powder puff, I saw.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Juniors won.
Oh, they did.
I was coaching the cheer team with my friends.
Yeah. I saw that.
They did good though. They learned the routine in 1 day.
Really?
Yes, we're good coaches.
Did you make them do stunts?
Yes, they did a whole pyramid.
They did?
Yes, and they even put like one of like the guys up in an extension and stuff.
Oh wow!
Like, but me like and Tamara were like, should we go home? Should we go home? Like before this happens, like we ran on stage when we ran onto the field, but like they did good. Like they did it by themselves, and I was like, all right. Sorry, my bad. My bad, professionals.
I wonder if that gives the boys an appreciation for what you guys do.
They were so into it. Like it was so weird how into it they were. Like they loved what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like,
they were like, this is fun.
This is fun. Like, oh my gosh, no, it was so... They're like taking off like their shirts and stuff and like throwing the uniform out. I was like...
Meanwhile, all the girls in the field are like stressing. Like, oh my gosh, I need to get that flag. Dying.
It's so funny.
That is so funny. Every podcast, we try to give someone advice. So like, what do you think is the biggest piece of advice you can give someone that wants to be in your spot in the sense of like winning Summit one day? Like, what piece of advice can you give them?
Honestly, just like create that bond with your team, even though in the beginning you don't think that you're gonna like be friends with all these teams, especially with us. Like we're a team of 30 athletes. Like it's hard to like connect, especially with even age gaps. Like our youngest is a 7th grader, our oldest was a freshman in college.
Oh wow!
So like
that's a big like
yes,
age gap.
It's a big age gap, but never let like stuff like that like determine how your team's gonna be, and you know, friendships and stuff like that. Like I like find a way for everybody to like love each other, connect with each other. You don't have to be super best friends, but respect each other and just always be there for each other. And yeah, just
like take the time
to be with each other and all that. And I promise like it'll all be worth it in the end. And like go like listen to your coaches, and even if your coach is like yo and stuff like that, like they're doing it for the best. Like they know what's best for you, and you know they're getting mad at you because they want that win just as bad as you. And you know they want that win for you, and it just it all works out at the end. It really does.
I know, just watching the moment where you guys are like actually winning like on stage and y'all are hearing the results, I'm like, oh my god. Yes. Like and I wanted to cry. I got so excited when I saw that.
I know.
Like, yeah, y'all won by a lot.
Yes, and it was just so insane. Like, and that's because like there was a tie for third place, and like I think once they made it out of the third place thing, like we were like, oh my gosh, I think we got it. Like we really do. And like I don't even remember who second place was, and that's because we had told each other before backstage too, like, okay, this time we really need to stay on the ground. We did not stay on the ground. And like our coaches were like dragging each other. Like they announced like second place, and they didn't even stay down either. They didn't even stay, like they like dragged each other to us. And like, I mean, we were just going around like the whole thing. And like my best friend Brianna, like she went straight up to the crowd and she's like, we just want something. Like straight into the thing. She's like, I think I'm gonna be famous. I think they're gonna post that about me.
She's like, I'm going viral, guys. But thank you, Anali, for coming on the podcast and talking about your experience. I really hope that, you know, talking about it maybe resonated with somebody, or, you know, maybe like the little ones that are coming up into high school, maybe got something out of it. But thank you for coming on. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, please like our episode and follow us. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and like. And we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.